Howdy folks, Jamboree here and welcome to another Jambites review. For those of you who don't know him, Edward D. Wood Jr. was a filmmaker who has become renowned for his poor quality Z-grade movies. His work is recognised as bottom of the barrel schlock and he has been labelled the worst director of all time. Despite this reputation, Wood has gained a cult following, plus in 1994, director Tim Burton turned his life and career into a biographical movie starring Johnny Depp. When I was a wee lad, I was obsessed with Edward D. Wood Jr. and even had his box set collection. There was some charming appeal to him. He made cheap and tacky films, but he was driven by a strong passion. In this episode, I'm going to review Night of the Ghouls, a horror movie directed by Wood set after the events of Bride of the Monster, one of Wood's other films. It follows a police investigation into the case of a spooky house, which used to be a mad scientist's lab. In this house, a phony spiritualist has been conning the innocent and vulnerable. It's up to a gruff lieutenant and a wacky officer to uncover what's really going on. Most of the film is made up of long, static shots of wooden actors sleepily chatting away. There's little imagination or creativity in this film too, technically and cinematically. It's not at all stimulating to watch because it lacks interesting or engaging visuals. It also doesn't help that the film only uses 4 or 5 sets, which I got bored of seeing after some time. In addition, there's no tense or creepy atmosphere because everything is so sloppily directed. The stilted acting, the choppy editing, and the slow, dull pace don't help to create an unnerving suspense. So if you're hoping for this movie to be genuinely scary, you may be let down. I've been on Carnival Ghost Ride scarier than this movie. Heck, I've seen Scooby-Doo cartoons that creep me out more than this film. However, there is a little bit of fun to be had with some scenes. You see, I'm unclear whether this movie is supposed to be a horror or a comedy, or a horror comedy, because there's so many goofy things on display. The scaring techniques Wood uses are really tame and mild, so it's hilarious watching some very stupid gimmicks being executed with the possible intent of scaring the audience. Also, a few of the actors are really hokey and over the top, which leads to some laugh-out-loud mugging and scenery chewing. To conclude, Edward D. Wood Jr. fans will love the use of Wood's stock cast in this film, including Tor Johnson, Paul Marco, and a few others. There's also some scenes that are unintentionally funny too, and the cartoony acting is pretty entertaining because it's so hilariously bad. However, most of the experience of watching this movie was very droll, boring, and dull for me. So if you want to see some goofy mugging or silly moments, then you will have to sit through some underwhelming conversations too. I'm going to give this film 1.5 strawberries out of 5. If you enjoyed Tim Burton's biopic Ed Wood, then this film is an eye into the real man's work. Cheerio, folks!